It's the Midsummer Classic, the 2026 MLB All-Star Game live from Philadelphia, and it starts now. We welcome you into coverage of the 2026 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. While they're just introducing the starting lines for the American League, Mike Trout is starting at center field. I don't think he's playing today. But yes, welcome into coverage. I'm Preston Vargas here for this one. Yordan Alvarez getting introduced right now for the American League. It was a fun night for the Home Run Derby last night, but it's all about the stars tonight on who can make an impact. And of course, one of the most anticipated games of the season. Catcher for the American League, Shea Langoliers. And it's Junior Caminero starting from the Tampa Bay Rays. Now batting fifth is Bobby Witt Jr. So we'll stay here for the starting lineups for both the American and National League. Then we'll get to first pitch coming up next. So, of course, the best players in baseball gathered in the city of Philadelphia. And Cody Bellinger getting introduced. Batting seventh, it's Ben Rice. Riley Green, Oviedo, Florida's own. And Artie Clement is batting ninth. And the starting pitcher is Dylan Cease from the Blue Jays. And now the starting lineup of the National League, the home team here. Dave Roberts getting introduced. Signing the ceremonial lineup card. In a way, the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence. Leading off is Kyle Schwarber. Last year in the All-Star Game, infamously won the swing-off to break the tie in the 10th inning. And the loudest boos coming for Juan Soto from the New York Mets. And it's Freddie Freeman batting third for the National League. C.J. Abrams from the Nationals batting fourth. And now Max Muncy from the Dodgers getting introduced. Now Ozzy Albies batting 6th. Brandon Marsh batting 7th here. Andy Pages, the center fielder, batting 8th. And Drake Baldwin for the Braves, batting 9th. At catcher for the National League. And the starting pitcher for the National League, Christopher Sanchez. Of course, a dominant pitcher, his own right. All right, so we'll take a break, and we'll be right back for first pitch. All right, we are all set to go between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars in the 96th MLB All-Star Game. So we should be all set to go here. Of course, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the country being founded. That's why it's in Philadelphia this year. So, of course, the Phillies, they're doing well so far. And the fans are abuzz for that. So, yeah, let's get a look here. So we already had the starting lineups. Actually, no, it's not showing up here. So the All-Stars for the Phillies: Brandon Marsh, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Christopher Sanchez, John Duran, and Jesus Luzardo. And Sanchez is the starting pitcher for the National League here. So Justin Verlander, one of the Legends picks from Rob Manfred. He is retiring after this season. Plays with the Tigers now. Hasn't played much. I think only one start this season. But he hasn't been... He definitely hasn't done too well. Of course, I think he's around 42, 43 years old. And it looks like he's mic'd up. His 10th All-Star selection. Philly's sitting pretty, 2 games above in the wild card cut line. So they're interviewing Justin Verlander right now. All right, so the All-Star game just about set to go here. So we'll take a break. First pitch coming up next. All right, we are all set to go. As I think we are set. Of course, the All-Star game usually starts a little bit later than anticipated. So of course, like we said, Philadelphia, the site of this one. We're just getting more pre-game theatrics out of the way before we get set. So, of course, talking about Christopher Sanchez. He's been doing well so far. As of now, 11-4 record, 2.6.2 ERA. I think he had a 50-inning scoreless streak at one point. Something ridiculous like that. Then Dylan Cease for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays aren't having the best year. Just outside the wild, I think they're in the wild card spot. If I'm not mistaken, no, they're out by 2.5 games. 6 games under 500, but they could still get into somehow. But Dylan Cease definitely a great addition, getting him from the San Diego Padres in free agency in the offseason. And of course, it's not the season that the Toronto Blue Jays would want to have. But we should be all set to go here. So last year, as you know, the National League won 7-6 based on the walk-off win for the National League. So it's Mike Trout leading off for the American League. Of course, Mike Trout is from Philadelphia, or I think he's from Millville, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Which he grew up in the Philadelphia sports market. So I think he grew up a Phillies fan, definitely a diehard Eagles fan. Attends games in the off season. So of course, All-Star for Mike Trout for the first time since 2023. Injuries caught up to him the last couple of years. Unfortunate for him. He's definitely one of the best players of all time. But he is a season ticket holder to the Philadelphia Eagles. Born in Vineland, New Jersey, grew up in Millville. All right, so the American League starting lineup: Mike Trout, Jordan Alvarez, Shea Langoliers, Junior Caminero, Bobby Witt Jr., Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice, Riley Green, and Ernie Clement. So a couple Yankees in there: Bellinger and Rice. Tampa Bay Rays starting at cleanup, and Oviedo, Florida's own Riley Green, batting 8th. All right, here we go. Christopher Sanchez takes the field for the National League, getting set to go here. Definitely one of the best pitchers, 11-4 record, 2.62 ERA. Yes, it was 50 and 2/3 innings, scoreless streak. Third longest since 1920. Of course, it did stream one of his starts about a month or two ago. It's during the NBA playoffs on an open window. We had the Phillies and Pirates. I think that was rivalry weekend. So Ken Rosenthal is interviewing Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper was the National League legend pick. Interesting. I thought he had to be close to retirement to be a legend pick. He's only 33 years old. I mean, I guess the National League doesn't have that many legends retiring. So that just point out that is crazy that Bryce Harper has spent a bigger chunk of his career in Philadelphia than he had in Washington. And I think going down the road, that's where we'll see. That's how we'll see Bryce Harper. Even though he had memorable moments with the Washington Nationals, I think he's definitely done his best stuff with the Philadelphia Phillies. It's Christopher Sanchez's home ERA at this ballpark, 0.86 ERA. So we'll see how he does. As we should be all set to go here, Mike Trout is stepping up to the box. First time in 7 years he's actually played in the All-Star game. Really? And Mike Trout hits that one, fouls it off for the first pitch of the ball game. Definitely great to see him back in the All-Star game. You know, the Angels aren't that good this year. Second pitch misses high, ball one. 412 batting average in the All-Star game. Here we go, the 1-1. He takes that one in, 2-1. Of course, on that whole free agency, when he decided to re-sign with the Angels, there was some speculation he could have gone to the Phillies to team up with Harper. 2-1. Harper fouls that off, 2-2. So active home run leaders, Mike Trout at 422. Here's the 2-2. Trout fouls it off right side. There we go, 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike three for Mike Trout. First strikeout for Christopher Sanchez. Let's get the defensive lineup for the National League All-Stars. Catcher is Drake Baldwin. Freddie Freeman starting at first. Ozzie Albies at second. Max Muncy at third. C.J. Abrams at short. Jordan Alvarez comes up to the plate. 31 home runs, leads the majors. And Sanchez will miss off 1-0. Outfield, Juan Soto in left. Andy Pages in center. Brandon Marsh in right. So here we go. Alvarez swings and misses. Strike one. Here we go, the 1-1 to Alvarez. Alvarez smokes one up the middle for a base hit. So first base run of the game is Jordan Alvarez. So the American League will have a runner at first with one out. Now from the Athletic Shade Langoliers. First time All-Star for him. So misses outside. Ranks among catchers this season, second in homers, second in runs scored, third in extra base hits. Definitely one of the top catchers, top offensive catchers in the majors. Second pitch outside, 2-0. Two out to Langoliers. Miss inside, 3-0. Here's a 3-0. Misses high and draws the walk. Runners at first and second for the American League. So since 2023, his ERA's gotten large. He had 2.50 ERA last year for the Phillies and 13 wins. He's close to getting to that number. 2 wins away from that. Now Junior Caminero from the Tampa Bay Rays with a chance to put the American League on the board here. Swings and misses that one out of the zone. 0-1. Ball 1. Misses. Takes ball 1. Of course, Junior Caminero, he's been on a heater lately. I think he had a 10-game home run streak. Caminero's 28 home runs, second in the league. 927 OPS, also second in the American League. So that one misses. 2-1. Was the first place Tampa Bay Rays in all of the American League. Two 1 to Caminero. Bouncing ball to Sanchez. Throw to first is... He stepped off the back, but he got him. Freddie Freeman got him at first, but the runners advance to second and third with 2 outs. Freddie Freeman just got his foot back there. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr., 286 batter this season on a struggling Royals team this season. He does lead the American League with 30 stolen bases. Only 13 homers for him. He has 39 RBI. The 1 swung on a miss, strike 2. See outside the zone there. Here we go. Witt Jr. at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count. Sanchez fires, misses. Outside, 1-2. That one misses, 2-2. Now 2-2. That misses. It goes from 0-2 to 3-2 on the count now. So Cody Bellinger due up for the American League. Three-two pitch. Misses outside and he loads the bases. Now here's Bellinger up to the plate. The base is loaded. First trip to the All-Star game since 2019 for Cody Bellinger. 254 batting average, 11 homers. Of course, he's holding down the fort with Aaron Judge out of the lineup. It's like Kyle Schwarber's in the cage, getting ready. So here we go. Chance to put the American League on the board here. First pitch. Fouls it off. Here we go. The 0-1. Swung and missed. Strike two. Way on the inside of the zone there. That one misses. 1-2. The 1-2 misses inside. 2-2. 27 pitch first inning for Christopher Sanchez. 2-2. Up the middle, and a base hit. Run scores. Jordan Alvarez comes in. And Langoliers comes in as well. It's 2-0 American League. So right down the middle, and Bellinger makes him pay. And it's Ben Rice coming to the plate for the AL. We'll take that down the middle for a strike. Definitely one of the best seasons for him. And hits it up the middle. Another base hit. Another run scores for the AL. Bobby Witt's going to be the one that comes in. And runners will be at first and second. So looks like O'Brien's in the bullpen from the Cardinals. So 3 hits, 2 walks in the inning. Here is Oviedo, Florida's own Riley Green at the plate. First pitch, fouled off. Third straight All-Star selection. 288 batting average, 13 homers, 45 RBI. The Haggerty High School graduate. Misses outside, 1-1. Second Tigers outfielder with three straight All-Star appearances. 0-2, swung and a miss, strike two. 1-2 the count now. It's Riley Green. One, two. Swung and a miss, strike three, and Sanchez gets out of that. So we'll go to the bottom of the first. The National League's turn to bat. And Dylan Cease is turn to come to the mound when we come back. All right, we are back. Let's get the National League starting lineup for their batting order. Leading off is going to be Kyle Schwarber. He's at the mound first. It'll be Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman, C.J. Abrams, Max Muncy, Ozzie Albies Jr., Brandon Marsh, Andy Pages, and Drake Baldwin. First pitch to Schwarber. Swung and a miss, strike one. Dylan Cease, starting pitcher for the American League, like we said. Offseason acquisition by the Blue Jays. Blue Jays not doing too well this year. Second pitch for Cease, swung and a miss, strike two. 97-mile-an-hour fastball there for Cease. He was the MVP of the All-Star game last year, 0-2. Schwarber fouls it back. So looks like they're going to do the curveball here. There you go, 0-2. Gets the curve in there. It's going to miss for a ball, 1-2. Here we go, the 1-2. Popped up. Langlers takes the helmet off, and it is going to go into the seats. Dylan Cease 148 strikeouts this season, most in the American League. A 6-4 record with the Blue Jays this season. So the 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2 the count now. And here we go, the 2-2. So we're going to miss strike 3 to Schwarber. And now let's get the starting defensive alignment for the American League. Of course, the pitcher, Dylan Cease, catcher, Shea Langoliers. So the rest of the starting lineup looks like this. At first base for the American League is Ben Rice. Second is Ernie Clement. Junior Caminero at third. Bobby Witt Jr. at short. Mike Trout in center. Bellinger in right. And Riley Green in left. The starting lineups. So Juan Soto comes to the box here. Takes a strike. Strike one to start off. The 0-1. Miss outside. 0-2. Soto pops that up. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And first 2 outs from the National League are strikeouts for Dylan Cease. Alright, so Freddie Freeman at the plate for the National League, looking to get on base for the first time. Freddie fouls that off. 0-2 the count now. Okay, we are back. We just had a technical issue. Hopefully that's resolved. I think we are back. So it's Freddie Freeman at the plate. He's got an 0-2 count. Okay, we are back. That's the good news. Now the 2-2. Popped up left side. It is going into the seats. So here we go. The 2-2 misses. 3-2. And 3-2. And it pops out of his hands. Freeman walks, first base runner for the National League. Now brings up C.J. Abrams. Second NL starting shortstop to bat. Cleanup in the All-Star game since 1960. So 2 outs, runner at first. That one misses. So did not go. Counts 1-0. And the 1-0 just misses. 2-0. And chopped foul. 2-1. '67 RBI for C.J. Abrams. He's third in the National League. 2-1. Popped up, third base side, and it's fouled. Here we go, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for Dylan Cease. So we'll take a break. Second inning coming up next. All right, we are back top of the second inning for the American League, up 3-0 over the National League. So it looks like it's going to be Ernie Clement stepping up to the plate for the AL. Ernie Clement leads up, bunts, and the chaser, Freeman, gets there in time. New pitcher in Eduardo Rodriguez for the National League. He's pitching now. So it looks like Mike Trout's going to come up to plate for the second time. Oh for 1. He'll take a strike, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses high, 0-2, or 1-1 the count. Two-one pitch. This is high, 3-1. Three-one pitch for Rodriguez. And Trout with a ground ball to second. Throw to first in time. 2 away for the AL. There we go, Jacob Mizorowski, 1.62 ERA this season. Leading in strikeouts in the National League. All right, here's Yordan Alvarez, 1 for 1. Got the American League on the board. The first run of the game. So a miss on the outside, 1-0. The 0-1. Alvarez pops it up to left, and it is caught for out number 3 to retire the side. So we'll be right back. Bottom of the second coming up next. All right, we are back. Parker Messick, from the Cleveland Guardians, 2.73 ERA, fifth in the American League. He is up to the mound now, facing off against Max Muncy. And on the first pitch, Muncy pops that up. Third base side, Caminero's there, and he makes the play for the first out. So they're interviewing Cam Schlittler, who's standing next to Justin Verlander right now. Also, Jacob Misiorowski, as Ozzy Albies at the plate for the National League. First pitch. Awkward pitch there for Messick, but he gets in the zone. Strike one. The 0-1. Ground ball short. Throw to first is in time. 2 away now in the bottom of the second. Now here's Brandon Marsh to the plate here. First All-Star selection for him this season. 301 batting average, 15 homers, 46 RBI on the year. First pitch is going to be a foul. Third base side. So Jacob Misiorowski, 670, 100 plus mile an hour pitches thrown, most in the majors. The 0-1 pitch is high. 1-1 to count now. One. So I missed strike two. So 1-2. Misses inside. 2-2. Two pitch. Misses outside and low. Count is full. 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouled off. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch to Marsh. Called strike three. 1-2-3 inning of the second. We go to the third when we come back. All right, we are back. We got a closer coming in the second inning, or the third inning, excuse me. Riley O'Brien has done well with the Cardinals this season, 24 saves on the year. Facing off against Shea Langoliers. Got a walk and a run. Fly ball to right, and that one lands for a base hit. So Langoliers will get on twice in this one. So for the Cardinals, just game outside the wild card spot, doing well so far this season. So facing off against Junior Caminero, 0 for 1. He struck out. Or actually, no, I take that back. He popped out. First time up. Ground out. That's right. We'll see what Caminero can do some damage here. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, no. Caminero's down. Oh, no. No. It's like Caminero's going to go to the... He's going to run into the dugout. Where did he take that? Oh. Hits the pinky finger. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh. In the All-Star Game 2. So pinch runner will be Miguel Vargas. So Bobby Witt Jr. coming to the plate here. Walking a run. His first plate appearance. So that one outside, 1-1. One pitch. Check swing. Does not go. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Chop down to third. Steps on the bag. And throw to first in time. So I think the NL is going to challenge to see if it was in time. All right, so National League is challenged. I want to get a replay of that. All right, so here we go. The big board. Oh, that is close. Let's see. touches there. That's as close as you can get. So Dodgers history in the making, best record in the majors, one of two teams over 600 winning percentage, largest division lead in baseball, in under 15 games, run differential of plus 149, and 30 road wins, most in baseball. All right, we'll see if we have a decision. Let's see. I think if I were... And the call stands. Runner is safe. So first and second with one away. Here we go. One out, top of the third for O'Brien. Cody Bellinger at the plate. Fly ball left field. Soto's there and makes the play. And Vargas will not tag. They'll go back to second. Two away for the AL on the top of third. So Ben Rice at the plate. Misses that one inside, 1-0. The 1-0. Called strike, strike one. That one misses, strike two. Or in the zone, strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. And O'Brien retires the sides, no runs scored, but 2 runners on. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Michael Wacha at the plate from Kansas City, facing off against Andy Pages. Bobby Witt Jr. is mic'd up right now. National League still has not had a hit on the board. And pitch down the middle, 1-2. 35-year-old Michael Wacha. Last All-Star appearance 2015 with the St. Louis Cardinals. NLCS MVP as a rookie back in 2013. So he's been around the block. Spent some time with the Rays in 21 before finding a home in as Mrs. Lowe 3-2. After leaving St. Louis in 2019, went to the Mets in 20, Rays in 21, Red Sox in 22, Padres in 23, and has finally found a home with the Kansas City Royals. Having a resurgent career so far. 3-2. Swung on a miss. First strikeout for Pages. So Jake Baldwin at the plate, Rookie of the Year in the last season. So missed that one. Down the middle, 2-2. And he got him there. Just in the zone. Second strikeout for Wacha. And it is Kyle Schwarber. 32 homers. Fastest player to 30 as a Philadelphia Philly. Fifth player all time with 30 homers in consecutive seasons. First pitch to Schwarber. Fouls off. The 0-1. Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. Two and two. So they got Schwarber mic'd up at the plate on the broadcast. Schwarber misses that. Fouls it off. Two. Fouls it off. And Schwarber is out. On the grounder, we'll take a break. We go to the bottom half of the fourth when we come back. All right, we are back. Jesus Luzardo, the Phillies, third in the National League in strikeouts with 136. Steps up to the plate. His first pitch was a strike. Here's the second. Misses low. 1-1. Facing off against Riley Green from the Detroit Tigers in Oviedo, Florida. 1-1. Green swings and misses. Strike two. One-two pitch. Strikes out Green. Second strikeout for Green. And now here's Ernie Clement, the 9-hitter. First pitch, ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time. So 2 away on the 5th pitch for Luzardo in the inning. Taps on the left side, and Trout is out. Quick 4th inning. We'll be back, or quick top of the 4th. We'll be back for the National League's turn in the bottom half. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. It's Joe Ryan from the Twins, 128 strikeouts, fourth in the American League. Juan Soto at the plate. Going around the second time of the order. That one just misses. 2-0. To a pitch. Fouls it off. 2-1. Of course, yeah, that's going to be the big question what the Mets are going to do at the trade deadline. Ground ball, and Soto gets the first National League hit of the evening. Are we got an update on Caminero? X-rays are negative on Caminero. That is great. So Freeman at the plate. Walked his first time up. The 0-2. Fouls it off. The 0-2 to Freeman. That one misses. Just outside, 1-2. The 1-2, swung and a miss. Strike three for Freddie Freeman. All right, Abrams back to bat now. 0-for-1, struck out back in the first. Of course, he was involved in the Juan Soto trade when he initially went from the Nationals to the Padres, and now he signed with the Mets in free agency. Pretty much a lose-lose trade or pretty much a terrible trade for the Padres. He didn't end up re-signing him. So the count is 1-1 to Abrams. Swung and a miss, strike two. One-two to Abrams. Swung and a miss. Strike three for Joe Ryan. Back-to-back Ks for him. So Max Muncy to the plate now for the National League. 0-for-1 popped out back in the second. So that's a strike. The first pitch. Popped up to short. And Wade is back, calls off the center fielder and makes the play. So 4 down. We'll be right back. All right, we are back after a great display. After a great display of Ray Charles' rendition of America the Beautiful, kids coming out on the field on bicycles getting pictures with All-Stars. All right, so another Tampa Bay Ray is at the plate. I think they're, as the bat flies away, it's Yandy Diaz at the plate. Now Foster Griffin in there gets the strikeout to start. So Corbin Carroll in the game in left field. Sal Stewart, Matt Olson in the game as well. So we haven't had an ABS challenge. Dylan Dingler was at the plate. Vargas scorches this one, and a running catch there for Andy Pajes. We go to the bottom of the fifth. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Drew Rasmussen in the game, or excuse me, Nick Martinez in the game for the Rays. 2.65 ERA, fourth in the American League. They had to. The PA announcer was talking. So Ozzie Albies at the plate, 0 for 1. And that's swung on a miss. Here's the 1-1 to Albies. Ground ball to first. And the step on the bag in time. First out of the fifth. So yes, tomorrow, as a reminder, we will be on the air for England versus Argentina. Coverage starts at 3 o'clock Eastern. Make sure to tune into that. Should be a great one. Between those two teams, semifinals of the FIFA World Cup. Spain already booked their spot today. You can see that stream when we post it. Brandon Marsh at the plate. First pitch, swung on a miss, strike one. And the 0-1, it misses high, 1-1. Looks like Brandon Marsh has become a cult favorite with the Philly fans here. A lot of people wearing his signature beard. 1-1. Called strike, strike two. Brandon Marsh, first Phillies outfielder to start an All-Star game since 2009. And Raul Ibanez and Shane Victorino did that. On the 1-2. Bouncing ball. 2-2 the count now. All right, here we go. 2-2 the pitch. Misses high, 3-2 the count now. Now 3-2 pitch. Fouls off. Good battle here in the bottom of the fifth. National League still looking for their first run of the ball game. 3-2 pitch to Marsh. Swung on a miss. Strike three. And two away in the bottom of the fifth for the NL. National League 9 strikeouts in first 15 at-bats. All right, Pages at the plate. First pitch. Misses. 1-0. 0-1 for Andy Paz. Struck out his first plate appearance in the third. 1-0. Ground ball. And backhand throw to first in time. And Pages is down. So we'll go to the top of the sixth. Take a break. We'll be right back. All right. So at the end of the fifth inning for every All Star game, we do the stand up to cancer. So here's who I'm honoring. There we go. Always a powerful moment every year when they do this. Help support cancer research when you use your MasterCard. Learn more at mastercard.com/standuptocancer. That's mastercard.com/SU2C. So, of course, a great tribute there every year. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Back to baseball here, top of the sixth inning. So one hit for the National League in the bottom of the fifth. So Raisel Iglesias is on the pitch for the National League from the Atlanta Braves, facing off against Kevin McGonigal, who's from the area, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, suburb of Philadelphia. 99 hits, leads MLB rookies in that category, 93 games played. Here we go, the 1-1. Ground ball to second, throw to first in time. So Cody Bellinger at the plate. First pitch, misses outside, 1-0. Second pitch is a fly ball to left, and a play there made by Corbin Carroll in left. So Pico Armstrong, James Wood coming into the game in center field, and the middle infield is changed for the National League. So this is Wilson Contreras from the Boston Red Sox. So Otto Lopez in at shortstop, and we have Luis Arraez at second. And of course, Boston, 9 wins in a row for them. Contreras swings and misses, strike 2. Count is 1-2. They're last out here in the 6th. Of course, the Red Sox, they dealt with injuries most of the season. Since June 25th, 12-2 record for the Boston Red Sox, best in the big leagues, 2.53 team ERA. Contreras sits outside the zone and gets a base hit for the AL. Still stay at first. So it's Randy Arozarena. 2 outs, top of the 6th. First pitch. Inside, 1-0. The 0-1 misses. 1-1 the count. That one misses. So rounds this short. Lopez gets Contreras at second, and we'll be back after this. All right, we are back. Willie Contreras at the plate now. Cade Smith, 18 for 31 in his save opportunities, leads baseball in that category. So, bottom of the sixth. The 0-2 pitch in the air to right. And Tristan Peters makes a play, first out. Now Bryce Harper will come to the plate for Philadelphia. So he gets the standing O up to the plate here. Ninth All-Star selection, 260. First pitch outside. The 1-0 swung and missed, strike one. One. Misses low. 2-1 now. Two-one pitch to Bryce Harper. Misses in the zone. Counts 2-2, and Harper is going to challenge. Don't know why he challenged there. And he knew it immediately. 2-2 pitch. Swung and a miss. Strike three. 2 away now for the National League. So the NL has one challenge remaining. After that, don't know why he decided to use it there. It's a great diving slider there. Corbin Carroll at the plate now. 252 batting average. So that one hits the zone, called strike 0-1. That's a ball. 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three to Carroll. As we end the sixth. American League still leads 3-0 with all the runs coming in the first. 2/3 of the way through, we'll be right back for the seventh. Welcome back. American League All-Stars up 3-0 over the National League as Justin Robleski is on the mound from the Dodgers, facing off against Travis Bazzana, the rookie, #1 overall pick in 24. I'm surprised that he's an All-Star this year, to be honest. Called strike. Strike two. 23 years old, Travis Bazzana. The All-Star game. Check swing for Bazzana. He went around and Robleski strikes him out. I'm surprised. Let me check Travis Bazzana's stats. Seven homers with 28 RBI. Swings and misses there. Cedric Rafaela from the Red Sox at the plate. Third in the American League of Doubles with 22. Go two. Swung and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Robleski on a 97-mile-an-hour pitch. Two away for the AL. So Yandy Diaz, 2 outs. Justin Robleski turning 26 today. Happy birthday to him. So that pitch misses high. 1-1. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. One-two to Diaz. Swung on a miss. Strike three. A 1-2-3 inning. 3 strikeouts for Justin Robleski. So we'll take a break. 7th inning stretch. NL's order. We come back. All right, we are back. Matt Olson at the plate for the National League from the Atlanta Braves. Another Tampa Bay Ray, Drew Rasmussen on the mound. Looks like Fox has the skippers on to interview. So here we go. The 2-1 pitch to Olsen. Swung on a miss, strike two. Here we go. The 2-2. Popped up behind for a foul. National League still trying to get on the board. Only runs that have been scored were in the first inning by the American League, where they had their first 8 batters go. 2-2. That's popped up into the gap, and it's playable there. Caught by Rosarena. The first out of the 7th. So the All-Star Ted Williams MVP Award, you can vote for that if you're watching on TV. That is interesting for the MVP award. Let's see, if I had to pick my MVP award for the All-Star Games, that one swung and miss. This is Otto Lopez from the Miami Marlins. Leads baseball in batting average and hits at 127. Doing a great job so far. Let's see. To be honest, I'd give it to Cody Bellinger. In the first inning, he got the two run RBI on the single to send Langoliers and Alvarez. Not really any multi-hit games so far. Could give it to the entire American League pitching staff as that pitch misses high, 2-2. Two. Fouls back. Count goes to 3-2. Or, excuse me, stays at 2-2. Two pitch. Swung on a miss. Straight 3. 2 away now for the National League. Here's Sal Stewart. First pitch. Called strike. Or no. It's a ball. Say did not go. Saying it was just pointing to the first base umpire. Ball 2-0. Just misses the bottom outside corner. 3-0. 3-0 down the middle. Strike 1. Took strike there. Swing and miss, strike two. Three-two pitch to Sal Stewart. And a ball 4 there. Puts Sal Stewart on first base. So John Schneider's going to come out of the bullpen and think that's going to be it for Drew Rasmussen. We'll be back after this. All right, we are back. Jacob Latz in for the American League as Luis Arraez coming to the plate. Ooh, that was a high one. High heater there. Almost got Arraez. It's 1-1 now. So let's 0.67 ERA leads all relievers. Snap pitch, swung and a miss. Strike two. So 1-2. Reyes hits that foul. So you see the talent that the Giants have. They have Arraez. They have Rafael Devers. It's hard to believe that the Giants are how they are. The Giants are how they are right now. I missed outside 2-2. Of course, that's the great thing about the All-Star game. All 30 teams get at least one representative in the game. That's good. 2-2 pitch. Swung and a miss. He chased that one out of the zone. So we end the 7th. Still 3-0 to the AL. We'll be right back for the 8th coming up. All right, we are back. Still 3-0. So, fewest hits in the All-Star game. 2 for the NL 1990. Only 1 tonight. Fewest hits combined. 7, 52, and 68. 0 combined extra base hits. We're just making a lot of low-scoring history. So it looks like PCA is mic'd up now as Adley Rutschman's at the plate. Looks like they're giving Robleski another inning. Interesting. Rutschman swings and misses at that one. 1-2 the count now. So 1-2 on Rutschman. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Throw to first is in time. 1 away for Adley Rutschman. That one misses high. 1-0. Oh, fly ball! Deep to left! And Vargas hits it out of the ballpark! And the American League extends their lead 4-0. Miguel Vargas, a projected home run. This is a 433. So Kevin McGonigal at the plate. He's 0 for 1. So 0-2 for Kevin McGonigal. The Bears in the mix. Mention the Bears in the All-Star game. Oh, yeah. Talking about the Bears. Great season last year going to the divisional round. We're winning the Super Bowl this year. Talking Devin Hester. I swung on a miss in the dirt. And they're the first to finish the strikeout. Tristan Peters rounds it foul. The 0-1 fouls off. 0-2 the count now. Now the 0-2 to Peters. Catches the zone and strikes out the side. Or did it? I think Peters is going to challenge. And it caught the zone just barely. So call's confirmed. We'll take a break. 4-0 AL off the home run for Miguel Vargas. All right, we are back. Lewis Varlin, 36% strikeout rate. It's James Wood at the plate from the National League. Bottom of the 8th. Leads the National League in OPS at 984. And that is down the middle. Strike one. Scored 89 runs in the first half. Wood fouls that off. 1-2. And 1-2 for Garland. Misses. Nationals offense, C.J. Abrams, 67 RBI. Luis Garcia Jr., 20. James Wood leads MLB in walks and runs. Miss outside. 3-2 the count now. Nationals are playing good baseball right now. Fun young team there. And straight three called. First strikeout of the game for Lewis Varlin. So PC at the plate. First pitch. It's a strike. A lifelong Chicago Bears fan, as it turns out. Ground ball, base hit for PCA. Looking to get the National League on the board. So PCA since June 1st, 374. Batting average, 314. Home runs. Or 14 home runs, excuse me. He was the National League June Player of the Month. There's Goodman. Crushes that, lined out to the shortstop McGonigal. So 2 away for the NL in the bottom of the 8th. Sounds out number 2. As a reminder, we will have Major League Baseball back on the channel for Dodgers-Yankees Friday night. Make sure to tune into that. Steven Herrera comes in as a pinch hitter. Leads baseball in 24 hits by pitch. So 26-year-old from Panama at the plate now. We're on first, 2 outs. Misses outside. Counts 1-0. So we'll see if they can bounce back here. It's a ground ball to third. Throw to second. Gets PCA. We head to the last inning. Still 4-0. Only 2 hits for the National League, and this one, we'll be right back. All right, top of the ninth inning. American League leads the National League 4-0. Murakami at the plate from the Chicago White Sox is Mason Miller. Comes here in the top of the ninth. 48% K rate, leads Major League Baseball in that category. One of the best closers in Major League Baseball. Of course, he has a streak of not giving up a hit. 911 OPS, leads all rookies. But in my opinion, if you play in Japan, you shouldn't be considered a rookie. So this is high, 1-2. And he's down on strikes. Of course, he's really reinvigorating the south side of Chicago for baseball. So, just one out for Mason Miller. So, we'll be right back. All right, so it is still the top of the ninth inning. Dave Roberts goes to the bullpen after Mason Miller makes the first out. And now it is John Duran. 24 saves this season, second in the NL. And both saves and strikeouts per nine with 13.8. Second pitch, base hit for Rosarena. And he'll get on with one out.
Want more MLB stats? Just ask Siri. What pitcher has recorded the most strikeouts in MLB history? You know, the Phillies added him to the back end of the rotation. They did lose Suarez, but this is going to be the biggest reason why the Phillies, I mean, their offense is their offense, but boy, when you got
Travis Bazana at the plate. First pitch. Bazana bounces that to second, throw to first in time. Or excuse me, throw to second in time and only get the one out. So Mason Miller, John Duran, average fastball velocity, well over 100 miles an hour. Looks like Aroldis Chapman is due up for the American League, coming out of the bullpen. Rafael Post won a second, throw to first in time. Ends the top of the ninth. Last chance for the National League coming up. 3 outs away. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. 4-0 lead for the American League. So Philadelphia native David Montgomery, 48 years of the Phillies organization, president and CEO from 2017 to 2014. 24 Phillies Hall of Fame inductee. Passed away back in 2019, the age of 72. So I remember this All-Star game was announced even before the previous All-Star games. Jordan Walker leads MLB with 74 RBI. So they awarded April 16th, 2019. So seven years ago. That one misses. So 2-1 pitch, swung and a miss, strike 2. So we're the game April 16th, 2019. First time since moving to this ballpark at Citizens Bank. Of course, held to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States, signing the Declaration of Independence. And that's a strikeout for Aroldis Chapman. plate, this is Matt Olson. So first pitch, Olson hits one, pops it up. Kevin McGonigal makes the play, and now the American League one away from a shutout win over the National League. Of course, we thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as John Schneider's going to come up to the mound. Brian Bakers from the Tampa Bay Rays looking to close it out when we come back. We are back. Final out of this ball game here. It's Otto Lopez coming up against Brian Baker. 25-28 saves, second in the American League. Now here's the 0-1. Line to right and a base hit for Otto Lopez. MLB's leading hitter in terms of batting average and number of hits gets on the board here. So Otto Lopez DFA twice. Now seeing what he's doing as Sal Stewart comes to the plate. That one misses on one. The 0-1 swung and missed, strike two. The National League down to their final out in the All-Star game. So here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Stewart. That's a bouncing ball to the pitcher and throw to first in time, and that is how the All-Star game ends. The American League will win this one 4-0 in a shutout win over the National League. First shutout since 2013 where the American League won it 3-0. So the pitching staff really did wonders in this one. So 15 strikeouts. So that'll do it for coverage here. Thank you for watching as the American League wins it 4-0. Join us again tomorrow as England take on Argentina for the right to play France in the World Cup final on Sunday. From Three's Crowd, I'm Preston Vargas saying